we can start in child's pose today. So just coming on down to your mat. Big toes together and your knees out nice and wide. And then just curling your hands forward, let your forehead come on down. And just settling in here. Letting go of our day. And start to focus on your breath here. See if you can take a nice deep inhale in through your nose. And then keeping your lips sealed, exhaling out of your nose. Good, try 2 more just like that. Breathing in through your nostrils, nice big breath. And then exhale out through your nose, nice and slow. Good, try 1 more just like that on your own. Good, and then the next time you inhale, walk your fingers and your shoulders and your head over to the right for this little side stretch in your child's pose. Your hands can come off your mat, breathing into your left side body. Keep pulling your left hip back down towards your heels. Good, start to crawl your hands back through the center of your mat. And then keep them walking to the other side, over to your left. Finding that nice side bend now on your right side. Breathe into your right ribs, sitting your right hips back towards your heel. Good, and start to crawl your hands back through the middle here. And as you inhale, start to rise up onto your hands and knees for table pose. And then we'll come right away into high plank. So just walking the feet back. Finding our upper push-up position here. You can stay here or put your knees back down. Good. Waking up our core right away. And see if you as you take a breath in, if you can lift your right toes off the mat, maybe just for a breath. Set them back down. Good. Inhale your left side up. Set them down. We'll try 2 more just like that. Breathe in, lift your right toes. Exhale, set them back down. Inhale for your left. Exhale to lower. 1 more each side. Breathe in and out. So then left side. Breathing in and out. Good. Start to lower your knees back down. Coming back to table here. And then as you inhale, drop your heart, arching your spine, lift your sitting bones, and then exhale to round. Let your head be heavy here. Good, our cat and cows, inhale, arching for cow pose. And exhale, rounding here, cat. Then start to follow your breath here as you flow back and forth. See if you can lengthen your inhales and your exhales here as you move. So you move nice and slow, just warming ourselves up. Maybe close your eyes if you want to add anything else, like a hip circle or some shoulder rolls. Whatever feels good. Good, take 3 more rounds here. Good, and after your 3rd run, we'll meet in a nice neutral table, so a nice long spine. And then take your left toes out to the left like a little kickstand here. And then we're gonna step your right toes straight back and we're gonna lift your right arm high. For this kind of modified side plank here. Good, so my right foot is planted, my right fingertips high. And then it might feel nice to reach your right hand up and alongside your ear. So you're like this big rainbow, I like to imagine myself. Finding all this length from your right foot all the way through your right fingertips. Good, and then as you breathe in, start to reach your right hand high. And then slowly and carefully lift your right foot off the mat. Good, you're welcome to stay here, or you can always put that right foot back down. Or we'll try a little quad stretch. You'll start to bend your right knee. Reach back if you can and grab your right foot. Maybe you grab hold, maybe not. See if you can roll your heart open. Good. If you have your foot, carefully let that go. Stretch everything back out. And then as we exhale, we'll come back to table pose. Beautiful. And then just switching sides. So kicking your right foot out like a little kickstand to the side. Step your left toes back. And then open your left arm high to the ceiling. Good. Let's reverse gate here. Keeping your left arm high or reaching it alongside your ear. Try to spin your pinky down and your thumb up. This big rainbow from your foot all the way to your left fingertips. Good. As you inhale, reach your left arm back up to the ceiling again. And then maybe slowly start to lift your left leg for our little baby half moon here. And then either balancing here or bending your left knee, reaching back and grabbing a hold of the left foot. Or maybe just reaching back. Open your heart a little bit more. Good. If you have your foot, carefully let it go. And then we'll come back to our table here. Gonna take a few rounds of cat and cow just to kind of see what that did for us here. Making up the sides of our body. Good. And then meeting again in a nice neutral table, a long spine. Do one more thing before we really start to warm up. So as you inhale, reach your left arm high, and then exhale, thread the needle. Thread it under and through your right arm, resting your left shoulder, your left ear on your mat. Keep pushing into your right hand to kind of roll your heart open. Good. Start to push into your right hand to bring yourself back up, nice and slow. Good. And then coming back to table, we'll move to the other side. So inhale, reach your right arm high. And then exhale, thread it, the needle, thread it through. The right side of your face, your right shoulder comes down. Good. Keep pushing into your left hand to roll yourself open. Good. Push back into your left hand to bring you back up to table. Good. And then from table, walk your hands just a handprint forward. Tuck your toes and lift your knees and hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. Start to pedal through your legs here, bending one knee, straightening the other. Seeing what's going on with our legs today, our hamstrings and our calves. Take a look at your hands. Make sure your fingers are spread nice and wide and you're pushing through your whole hand. It's like you're pushing down and forward on your mat. And then start to find some stillness in your down dog. You can always keep a little baby bend in your knees if that feels good. Your hips are high to the sky. And then at the bottom of your exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Good. When you get there, inhale for a halfway lift. Bring your fingertips to your shins. Lengthen your spine. Beautiful. Exhale, fold it down. Good. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, our halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, let it go. Uttanasana. 1 more. Breathe it in. And exhale, let it go. Good. This time, as you inhale, rise to stand. Circle your arms wide, your fingertips high to the sky. And then exhale, arms by your side, Tadasana. Beautiful. Our sun salutation A is here. Inhale, circle your arms high. And then exhale, swan dive it forward. Nice and slow. Your head is the last thing to come down. Good. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, stepping back to high plank again. Good, we're gonna hold this second one here really for the day, holding it to warm ourselves up a little bit more. Imagine that you could squeeze your thumbs together, really turn on your chest, and then imagine you could squeeze your big toes and your wrists together. When I do that, I feel like I can really feel my core turn on. 1 more breath. And then we'll slowly lower ourselves all the way down to the ground. Good. Keeping your hands right by your low ribs, we'll inhale for a gentle cobra. Elbows stay bent. Good. Exhale, lower it down. 2 more, just like that. Breathe in for your little back bend, cobra. Exhale, let it go. Good. 1 more, just like that. Breathe in, lift your head, lift your heart. Exhale, lower. Good. Tuck your toes under here. Your knees can stay up or down as you inhale to push yourself back up. High plank to downward facing dog. Wonderful. Taking 5 deep breaths here. Down dog is always a good place to kind of come back to your breath if you lost it while you were moving. Good. 1 more deep breath here. And then at the bottom of your exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top. Good. Inhale, fingertips to shin, lengthen out your spine, a nice long neck here too. Exhale, fold it down. Good. Inhale, push into your feet, rise to stand, arms overhead. And then exhale, arms by your side. Beautiful. We'll do 1 more just like that. Just a little moving meditation here. Follow your breath as always if I'm too fast or too slow. So inhale, reach your arms high, maybe glance up. And then exhale, swan dive it down, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, stepping back, high plank. Good. Right away, lowering ourselves down all the way to our belly again. Good. And then you can choose if you like cobra, that gentle back bend, or if you prefer up dog, coming up to your palms and the tops of your feet. Breathe in. And then exhale, coming back to downward facing dog. Meeting with our hips high. Good, evening out our breath. Good, at the bottom of your exhale, travel again to the top of your mat, a walk, step, or a hop. Good, as you inhale, bend your knees, sit your hips back. Inhale here for chair pose, Utkatasana. Beautiful, your arms can be up to the ceiling or straight out in front of you. Whatever feels better in those shoulders. See if you can sink a little bit deeper here. Excellent. Using our breath to stay calm. Good. As you inhale, rise to stand, and we'll take that interlace behind our low back. We're grabbing a strap or a towel here to find that interlace, and then inhale, roll your shoulders back, puff up your chest, and then exhale, dive it forward over your legs. Taking your interlace up and over your head. It might be nice to separate your feet a little bit, maybe even as wide as your mat. You can always put a bend in your knees. Really let your head be heavy here. See if you can slowly pour a little bit more weight into your toes. Beautiful. Gently let your interlace go and bring your hands around your feet. If you spread your feet wide, bring them back to either hips distance or big toes touching. Good. We'll inhale for our halfway lift. And then exhale, plant your hands. We'll step our left foot back to start here and lower your left knee to the ground. Good. As you inhale, rise up for our low lunge, our low Anjaneyasana. Good. Finding strength here in our legs. And then this lift in our upper body, keeping our arms engaged. These look beautiful. Good. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, start to cactus your elbows, send them wide. Open your heart. Maybe look up if it feels okay in your neck. Good. Inhale your fingertips to the sky again. And then exhale, plant your palms down. We're going to tuck your back toes and lift your back knee up off the mat. Leave your left hand planted and then inhale, twist your right arm to the sky. Good. It might feel nice to walk your right foot over to the right a little bit to give you a little more space. You can try that out. Good. All right, this is for Eileen, a little bit more core here. We're going to transition to side plank. So we're going to start to wiggle walk your right foot over to the right, and you can come to this modified side plank here with your right foot in front of you, or you can stack your feet right on top of left for our side plank. Give it whatever you got. Send those hips high. Breathe into it. One more breath here. Beautiful. Then we'll slowly transition back to plank. And then as you exhale, lower yourself down to your belly. Inhale for your back bend, cobra or up dog. And then exhale, meeting back in downward facing dog. Good. Sending your hips high, your chest back towards your thighs. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Good. At the bottom of your exhale, walk, step, or hop again to the top of your mat. Good. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. And this time as we inhale, we'll sit our hips back, bend your knees, come back to chair pose, Utkatasana. Good. Squeezing our legs together. Make sure you can see your big toes. And then exhale, dive it forward, let it go. Good. This time we will step your right foot back. Good, and lower your right knee to the mat. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana, our low lunge. Beautiful, finding strength in your legs and this reaching and lifting with your upper body. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, cactus your elbows, open your heart, maybe gaze up. Good, inhale, reach high again. And exhale, plant your hands down. Tuck your back toes under and lift your right knee. Keeping your right hand down, inhale, twist your left arm to the sky. Good, maybe walking your left foot over to the left a little bit if you need some more space. Good, and then moving to side plank here. So starting to heel toe your left foot over to the left, coming into that modified side plank, or maybe stacking your feet. Whatever works, send your hips nice and high, breathe into it. Good, and then come back to plank, nice and slowly. Good, exhale as you lower yourself down. Inhale for your back bend. And then exhale, meeting up in downward facing dog. Good, start to crawl your hands to the back of your mat here. Back towards your feet. And then take your feet about as wide as your mat with your big toes turned out and your heels turned in. And then we'll sit for Malasana, our little squat here. And your squat can be up high. If that's a little bit easier on your knees, that is awesome. Using this kind of still pose here to connect with our breath, maybe slowing it down a little bit after all that moving. Good, start to lower your hands down, lift your hips high, and then we'll just crawl ourselves back to high plank. I'm sorry, not high plank, downward facing dog. My apologies, I don't want you resting in high plank. So in down dog, our hips high. Good, as you inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky. And then exhale, knee to nose, sending your shoulders over your wrists. Good, inhale, kick it back, three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze it in. One more, just like that. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and this time we'll step your right foot in between your right hands, or your two hands. Spin your back heel down, and then inhale, rise, warrior two. Good, finding a nice strong pose, lots of space between your feet. These look beautiful. As you inhale, flip your front palm forward, reach it forward, and then exhale, reverse warrior. Your legs stay the same, but reach up and back with your right hand. Your left hand can come down your leg. And then inhale, start to rise back up, warrior two, and then we'll come right to away to side angle. So bringing your right elbow to your right thigh, and then your left arm alongside your ear. Good, just like when we were warming up, finding that nice, big, long line of energy from your heel up through your fingertips. Making sure you're breathing. Good, and then start to look down and cartwheel your hands down around your front foot. Spin onto your back, off of your back heel, and then pop your left leg in about a third of the way for pyramid pose. Good, so inhale, lengthen through your spine, find a little space here, And then exhale, folding forward over your right leg. And you can keep your right knee bent a little. That feels better in your hamstrings. Good, breathing into this here. And then you're welcome to stay in pyramid, or if you want a little balance here, we're gonna come into our standing splits. So start to look forward as you start to pour the weight into your right leg, lifting your left leg any amount off of the mat here for our standing splits. Keeping your left toes flexed. Good, if you wanna play with your balance here, maybe try wrapping your right hand along the back of your right kind of ankle or calf. And then maybe trying your left hand to match it, balancing on just your right leg. So maybe it's just for a second. Good, take one more breath here. Good, and then we'll take a big step back. And we'll come back to our low lunge here, kind of where we started. Good, so if you need to, maybe crawl your right foot forward a little bit so that your ankle is right underneath your knee. And then we'll inhale, rising, coming back to our low lunge. Good. Bring your hands through heart center, through prayer. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, twist, sending your left elbow outside of your right knee. Your hands still in prayer. Beautiful. You can keep your back leg down if you like, or if you want to tuck your toes under and lift your left knee, you're welcome to try that out, whatever feels good. And then you can keep your hands in prayer, or if you want to open them, sending your arms wide, go for it. Breathe into your belly. Good. If your arms are open, slowly bring them back to prayer, and then we'll gently untwist ourselves, planting your hands down. We'll step back to high plank, and it can be your journey to down dog. If you want to skip this little chaturanga, you're welcome to. We'll just meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right, one more side here. As you inhale, reach your left leg high. And then exhale, knee to nose, bring your shoulders over your wrists. Good, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Good, last one, inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose, and then we'll step your left foot between your hands. Spin your back heel down and rise. Warrior two, our Virabhadrasana 2. Good, looking nice and strong. A nice wide stance here. Inhale, reach your left arm, or flip your left palm, reach it forward. And then exhale, reverse warrior. Leaning up and back. Good, inhale, come back to warrior two. And then right away, exhale, side angle. Resting your left elbow on your left thigh. Good, and I'm sorry if you can hear any background noise. My husband is working in the other room, and he's on a Zoom call. I can hear them talking. So sorry about that if you can hear anything. Good, keep reaching through your right fingertips. Good, and start to look down. Circle your hands down. Spin onto your, off of your back heel and step your right leg about a third of the way in for pyramid. Good, inhale, lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, fold it over any amount over your left leg, keeping a bend in it if that feels better. Just breathing into your hamstrings here. Good. One more deep breath here. And then you're welcome to stay if you don't want to do any balancing, but we'll start to look forward, pouring the weight into your left leg as you reach your right leg high for standing splits. It doesn't really matter how high your right leg goes. You're still getting that nice stretch in your left hamstring. Good. If you want to play with some extra balance here, maybe wrap your left hand along the back of your left ankle and calf. And then maybe try your right hand just for a second. Maybe you can hold it for a few breaths. Good. And then slowly and carefully taking a big step back. We'll meet in our low lunge with our right knee down. Take your time getting there. Make sure your ankle is right underneath your knee. And then we'll inhale, rise. Our low lunge, our Anjaneyasana again. Good. Bring your hands through center in prayer. Good. As you inhale, take a breath in, lift your heart, and then exhale, twist again. Your right elbow outside of your left knee. Good. You can keep your knee down, or if you want to tuck your toes under and lift your back knee, whatever feels good. And then if you spread your arms wide on the other side, do the same here. Breathing into your twists. Good. If your arms are spread wide, bring them back through prayer. And then we'll gently untwist ourselves. Plant your hands down. We'll step back to high plank. And then your journey to downward facing dog. Any way to get there. Good. Come back to your breath here. Inhaling through your nose. Then exhaling through your nose. Good. As you inhale, reach your right leg high. And then exhale, step it outside of your right pinky. So a nice wide step out to the right. And then you can wiggle walk your toes up there if that feels necessary. And then lower your back knee down. We'll come into lizard here. Good. For lizard, you can stay up on your hands. You can crawl on down to your forearms if that feels nice. Just breathing into your hips. See if you're furrowing your eyebrows or maybe clenching your jaw. Try and loosen that a little bit. Good. If you're on your forearms, come on back up to your palms. We'll tuck your toes under and we'll just step right back to downward facing dog. A big step back, sending your hips high. Good. And then right away to the other side. So inhale, reach your left leg high. And exhale, step it outside of your left pinky. A big wide step. Help it up there if it needs some help. And then lower your right knee down. For lizard here. Good. If you came down on your forearms on the other side, try that here. Trying to keep our sides even. Breathing into your hips. And then check on your eyebrows and your jaw again. Can you relax them a little bit? Good. If you're on your forearms, come on back up to your palms. Tuck your back toes under. And our last time, a big step back to downward facing dog. Good. As you inhale, lower your knees down. Just sit your hips back as you swing your legs around. We'll come into a seat here. And let's start with our left leg straight out in front of us and our right leg in. Almost like tree pose here, but we're seated. All right, John, use your Sasana. And as you inhale, reach your hands high. Breathe it in. And then exhale, fold over your left leg. Any amount you can hold onto your calf, your ankle, your foot. Letting yourself round here, folding into yourself. Keep your left toes flexed towards your face. As you inhale, slowly bring your upper body back upright. We'll keep our right leg right where it is and just kind of swing your left leg out about 45 degrees on this diagonal here. Good. Bring your left hand to either like your thigh or just inside your leg on your mat here. And then inhale, reach your right arm high. And then if it feels all right, try and reach up and alongside your ear for this big side stretch. Keep pushing down into your right hip. Good, breathing into like your right low back, your right hip here. Good, then we'll take a little neck stretch here. So send your right arm high again. And then spin your palm backwards. And we're gonna, the other way, Eileen. So that as you wrap it around, your thumb's gonna come down and around your low back. So I'm gonna put my thumb down and wrap it around my low back. I know, I'm sorry, that's kind of confusing. And then you can let your head kind of hang heavy and maybe play with where your chin is and just breathing into the right side of your neck. Maybe looking down or looking up a little bit. Breathe into your little sweet spot. I'm sure you'll find a couple. Good. To come out of this one, use your left hand to slowly just push your head up. So you don't have to work so hard with those muscles. Good. And then we'll unwrap ourselves here. We'll come to the other side. So stretch your right leg straight out in front of you first. Your left leg like in tree pose. Good. As you inhale, your arms go high. Breathe it in, and then exhale, fold over your right leg, any amount. Keeping your right toes flexed here. Letting yourself round over your leg. Good. As you inhale, slowly bring your upper body back upright, and then we'll swing your right leg out about 45 degrees, this little diagonal here. Good. Planting your right hand on your thigh or on the mat inside of your leg. Inhale, open your left arm wide to start. And then maybe reaching up and alongside your ear for this big side stretch here. Keep pushing your left hip and sitting bones down. Breathe into that space by your left hip, your left low back. Good, and we'll take that same neck stretch. So reach your left arm high again, and then spin your palm backward. So your thumb's gonna come down and wrap around your low back. Good, and then finding that sweet spot with your chin again, maybe gazing down, looking up, whatever feels good in your neck. Good. Carefully and slowly coming out of this one, use your right hand to push your head back up. So you don't have to use all those muscles, you just relaxed. And then unwind yourself. Good. We'll end here with a little yogi's choice here. If you want to take Paschimottanasana with both of your legs stretched out and straight in front of you, or if you like more of a Tarasana or Baddha Konasana with the soles of your feet together. So you can pick whatever you decide to pick. Take a big breath in, reach the crown of your head high, and then exhale, fold over your legs, whatever shape they are. Letting your back round here. Maybe closing your eyes or having a soft gaze. Good. Inhale to bring yourself back up, and then we're just going to keep rolling all the way down onto our backs. When you get onto your back, just bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug, wrapping your arms around your legs. Maybe take a rock side to side. And then if there's anything else you would like here, maybe a happy baby or a little spinal twist, feel free to take that before our Shavasana. If you are all done, just find your final resting pose. Getting comfy here, spreading your legs out long, your arms by your sides. Try and place it so your palms are facing up. Closing your eyes if you're comfortable. And just resting here.
Yeah, Marco, I can hear you. Cool. So, the webinar, do you think you'll be able to have a topic description? I spoke to Kamal about something a while ago, actually. Mentioned maybe, I guess, a comparison of performance in terms of importing. So, like RDC, and maybe processing. So, I might be leaning towards that because that would be like they offer clients. I'll probably just hammer out on some other suggestions, but that's the top candidate. Yeah.
Good. Slowly starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes here. Maybe wiggling through your arms and your legs, rolling around your wrists and your ankles. And then when you're ready, rolling to one side, just pausing there for a breath. And then making your way up to a comfortable seat. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I love having you week after week. I hope you can find some part of your yoga to take off of your mat, whether that's some strength, like in Warrior 2, maybe a little flexibility, like in our pyramid, or our standing splits, or maybe just a deep breath. I hope you have a wonderful and safe evening. Namaste. Thank you guys.